Today we're at Cedar Key in Northwest Florida. We're going to showcase the TBM940 with its short field takeoff capabilities in the Autothrottle.
You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later gotta cut you down, sooner or later gotta cut you down. Go tell that long-tongued liar, go and tell that midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter, tell him that God's gonna cut him down, tell him that God's gonna cut him down.
All right, everybody, welcome on board. We're in the TBM940 with my friend Wayman. Wayman,
How you doing, guys?
let's get this started. We're going to crank up the engine, and we'll go do a short field takeoff. Here we go. And starter is on. We can release.
Yeah.
It's a new feature with this one compared to the
13%
850.
NG. Introduce
Looking
fuel.
good. We'll go to low idle. Now we're watching for hot starts, and also up there is the NG for hung starts. And it starts a timer automatically in this model with the G3000 for your start, so you don't even have to worry about the time on a watch or anything for your start. And there we go, good start. Alright, so welcome aboard, everybody. So we're here at Cedar Key. We take a look down here at preflight on the iPad. This runway is 2,355 feet long by 100 feet wide. If you come over here to the flights tab, now if you click over here, you can see we have a departure and landing tabs. So for takeoff, we have everything programmed into the iPad here with this airplane and our weights. You can scroll down. We're using 2-3. The pavement is dry that you can see outside. It shows you your usable length, 2,355 feet. You come down here, you're going to see we have a ground roll of 1,377. So we have over 1,000 feet more remaining for us to get off this runway.
We have ballast field length.
So we're pretty much good to go for taking off on this runway today.
Roger.
And we'll go back to our airport diagram there. So it's exciting to be in the TBM940 today. We'll back taxi right now, and we'll get set up for this takeoff. Alright, give it a little throttle, and we'll do the left rudder here to exit the ramp over here.
Cedar Key traffic, TBM Foxtrot Hotel Golf Delta Alpha. We'll be back taxiing runway 23, Cedar Key.
And it's a pretty nice little airport here up in Northwest Florida. And we'll cross the hold short bars. You look to the left, clear out that direction, and clear to the right.
Checked.
What's really unique about the TBM940, this is an airplane that can go up to 31,000 feet, over 300 something knots, and you can also land and take off a short little airstrips like this. A lot of airplanes with that wide range of envelope of flight, it's not commonly found.
Exactly. What a great combination. What a balanced aircraft.
So we're just back taxiing right now, hold center line. And once we get to the end here, we'll do a U-turn and we'll demonstrate this short field takeoff. And we'll arm the auto throttle. So we're all set up right now for departure. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold the brakes. We're going to advance the power. And we don't even have to go all the way full power on the power. What the auto throttle will do is compensate for any little error I have, not getting 100%, and it'll go all by itself up to 100%. That's a unique feature with this auto throttle system. Even if you don't go full throttle all the way, it'll automatically adjust to put you at 100% on the takeoff. All right, here we are at the end. We'll go right to the very end here to get as much runway as we can for our takeoff. This looks good. We'll do our U-turn here, down the runway. A lot of birds in this area too that you gotta watch out for. It's listed on the remarks. And here we go.
Ready?
Ready to go.
Cedar Key traffic, TBM taking off runway 23, left downwind departure to the south, Cedar Key.
So here we go. We're going to ease the power up for takeoff power, but we're not going to set it all the way to 100%. We're holding the brakes. Takeoff power is set. Release the brakes. Now see, look at the airplane is automatically going right to 100% all on its own. We're holding center line.
60 knots airspeed alive. 80 cross check rotate.
And there we go. So we had a lot of runway still left that we could have used.
Positive rate.
You're in transition. There's view a cedar key off the left wing out there.
I'll activate the flight level change.
Thank you.
And Cedar Creek traffic, TBM turning left, crosswind, Cedar Key.
And we'll go flap selected.
Check.
Put our yaw damper on. So that was a good showcase of how this airplane can do a short field takeoff, and also with how the auto throttle will adjust your power right to 100% if you don't have it all the way there. That's pretty unique. And that's Cedar Key right off the left wing. You go downtown there and eat some good food out there on that island.
Cedar Creek traffic, TBM departing southbound. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you.
Y'all have a great day.
See you soon, Miss Jenny.
And she'll come down to the airport and pick you up to bring you down to get some food.
So, Steve, it's okay if I call Jack Center and get our clearance?
Yeah, sounds good.
Jack Center, TBM Foxtrot Hotel Golf Delta Alpha out of Cedar Key.
Foxtrot Hotel Golf Delta Alpha, are you wanting flight following?
Pick up IFR clearance to Pompano Beach Airport.
Stand by.
So, Wayman checked on. We have an IFR clearance on file.
That's correct. Jacksonville.
Foxtrot Hotel Golf Delta Alpha, spot code of 2676.
2676, Golf Delta Alpha.
We'll put the autopilot on here. What's really unique with this auto throttle, since we set takeoff power with the auto throttle, we don't have to touch this power at all. Let it turboprops as you climb. You're going to constantly have to keep adding more power till you get your full amount of torque out of this. This does it all on its own. You see on display here we have a lot of big storms out off the Gulf of Mexico there.
The radar contact 7 miles south of Cedar Key Airport. You're clear to Pompano Beach. The Lakeland Gilby as south. Climb and maintain 16,000. Tampa altimeter 3001.
TBM Fox Hotel Golf Delta Alpha, clear to Pompano via Lakeland, Gilby, and Asphalt. Climb maintain 16,000. Golf Delta Alpha.
So the first thing we're going to show you is down here the inertial separator. We're going to turn it off. We push the button. Now it's turning the inertial separator off. With the auto throttle system, it's going to automatically manage your torque setting where you don't even have to touch the power lever. It's going to automatically do it all on its own so it doesn't over torque the engine. If you were to do this without this system, like in my 850 that I fly, I would have to pull the power lever back significantly as you're going to get a big torque increase. So that's one thing that happens when you have the auto throttle. You don't have to worry about dealing with that. See, it keeps you right at 100. So that really relieves the workload of when you turn on and off the inertial separator, having the auto throttle.
Exactly.
The next thing we want to show you is the different climb modes that you can use.
Foxtrot Hotel Golf Delta Alpha, you can expect flight level 230 to be your final. Just maintain 16,000 for now.
Golf Delta Alpha will maintain 16,000.
And as we're climbing out, another really cool feature with the TBM here, 940, is all the pressurization is done automatically. On this little display right here, you can see your altitude in feet, your rate of feet per minute in the climb or descent of the pressurization, and your diff pressure, which is at 4.1 right now. And we have a cabin altitude of 3,600, climbing out at 14,000 for the most part. So pressurization is all done automatically instead of in the older airplanes, you always got to manually turn the knob over here to adjust your pressurization. So that's another cool thing. It's all automatic.
Hey, Steve, have you noticed when we started the engine, the single engine instrument, we had ITT. That was the most important gauge. The engine start now in flight is the torque. So the torque is the one that displays big graphically.
So this gauge switches to the most important gauge that you'd want to be looking at. Same with helicopters, some do that,
or
right?
Fighter jets.
Or fighter jets.
Hotel Delta Alpha, Pompano Beach, Bravo 190.
Golf Delta Alpha, climb maintain 190.
So the next thing we're going to showcase with the auto throttle is our climb profiles. Go to VNAV, got all the different profiles, we go to the climb, we tap on here. Now you can choose what we want. Right now we're max climb, which is 124. We go to in-rail climb, and now in-rail climb is going to be 170 instead of 124. and it also adjusts your torque and all that for that climb rate.
Foxtrot Hotel Golf Delta Alpha, call maintain level 200.
Golf Delta Alpha, climb maintain 200.
All right, 200 set. Flight level change activated, and we're right now in the 170 mode.
2394, call maintain level 260.
If you want to switch that, climb, like I showed you a bit, we'll go to max climb. That's going to go to 124 instead of 170.
Foxtrot Hotel Golf Delta Alpha, call maintain level 230.
Golf Delta Alpha, climb maintain 230.
So we're climbing up to
Frontier Flight 2099,
230,
maintain flight level
doing
260.
at 4,300 feet a minute.
Giant 3520,
1,000 to go.
250.
All right, so now that the airplane has captured its cruise altitude, it's planed out, and it's getting built up its speed, we're going to show you the cruise portion of this auto throttle, how you can choose what different modes you want in cruise. So right now, this is your torque, and you see you got your ITT. So we're going to come down here, go to flight plan, VNAV, go to the cruise tab. Now right now we're in max cruise, and everything's all set up for maximum cruise for our profile. Let's say we're going a long ways and we want to conserve fuel, so we want to go to a long range cruise. So all you have to do now is tap that button, and the airplane's going to automatically adjust all the settings for long range cruise, all automatically with the auto throttle. So it's that easy. You can choose any of the different cruises that you want. You got recommended cruise, max cruise, long range cruise, and pilot defined cruise. So that's the different cruise section with the auto throttle.
300, Frontier Flight.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed that little brief overlook on the auto throttle system and the short field takeoff capabilities of the TBM940. It was a pleasure having everybody on board. Wayman, thanks again for having us on board.
My pleasure. Thanks for coming and enjoying this great flight with us.
No problem. We'll talk to you guys someday soon. Have a good one, guys.